Hello guys, welcome to part 3 of the Snowmen Doctor Who Christmas special. No, back, I'm not really going to go over anything from the last videos, watch them because I wasted a lot of time explaining about General Lee's Coleman, wasted a lot of time, and I know that kind of annoys people, when if I talk about something too much. So, literally Grant I was talking about last time, and now I'm just going to talk about uh, the main villains. Like as I said, didn't like the Ice Lady, really bad villain, because the CGI wasn't that terribly great, and the villain had a stupid catchphrase, and she didn't really pose any threat. I mean, the Doctor just put a shield around the stairs, and she was just trapped, and it was really stupid. And so that's when we get on to the next bit. Uh, yeah, I suppose some of the supporting cast from A Good Man Goes to War. You had Strax, Madame Vastra, and her wife. Since the new series came back, there's been a lot of gay couples and lesbian couples here and there and stuff like that, and they've tried to make it more open, which is, I guess that's okay, but I'm not really too fond of it. But I don't really think sexuality has to do with anything in Doctor Who. But anyway, Madame Vastra's is Silurian, as I said, and she's like a good Silurian. I quite like her. She's quite intellectual. She's good. Her wife's like a Cockney woman from Earth. Yeah, she's okay. She doesn't really talk that much. And then you have Strax, who, to be honest, didn't really like him. I mean, there were some funny comedic moments, but you think of yourself, a Sontaran. The Sontarans, they had the bastard, fuck's sake. Right, this is what they've done in the new series since the Sontarans, right? In the classic series, we were introduced to Sontarans in the Time Warrior, where you didn't see their face until the end of episode 1 or 2, and it was quite scary, and you know, um, you saw the Sontarans, and they were really fearsome. They hated the Rootons. There was this big war, and throughout the classic series, the Sontarans were always a threat. Then we come to the new series, and then the Sontarans return series 4. When I initially heard the Sontarans were returning for series 4, I thought to myself, oh good, oh great. Hope they make the Sontarans really good. But they were even shorter than the ones in the classic series. I mean, I understand the ones in the classic series were short, but they weren't that short. And also, their makeup and their armor and stuff, it looked really bad. I mean, sometimes it abs and stuff, it just kind of looked weird. I mean, you can't really imagine sometimes with abs. And then they came with this baby blue kind of battle armor. It looked really stupid. I mean, when you think of Sontaran, you think of Styre or Stike or Lynx or something like that, and he's really buffed up, and they're in black big black armor with their communicator and their thing that goes between and they're just yeah. That's what I think about a Sontaran. I think of Lynx and I think of Styre, those kind of guys. And then when they brought them back in the new series, I was like, okay, that's actually pretty cool. I mean, I actually liked that episode, The Poison Sky and Sontaran Stratagem. I thought they were quite good. I mean, I liked Unit going against the Sontarans because it was the first time we saw Unit. This is the first time we saw Unit with Sontarans, and yeah, I liked that episode. Apart from there being no Brigadier. Yeah, I mean, he was supposed to return in the wedding of Sarah James Smith, and the Doctor would have met up with him again, the 10th Doctor, which would have been quite nice. But unfortunately, all the Brigadier, the last time we officially met him was in Battlefield, if you count the Dimensions in Time special. Then he's met all 7 Doctors, all 7 of the classic Doctors. And yeah, so that is really it on the Sontarans for me. Funny moments, but you don't really take the Sontarans and put them down to that level. I mean, I didn't really like it. I thought when the Doctor was going on his head, that just looks stupid. I mean, come on, he's a Sontaran. He's a battle hardened, space, battle-hardened space soldier. He's not the kind of guy that, crack a joke with you. No, it just doesn't work for me. But anyway, so the next thing, well, those are really the gang. Talked a bit about the Doctor, and yeah, talking a bit about Doctor because I haven't talked about him about much as a costume. The Doctor in this episode is, I like him. He kind of reminds me of Sylvester McCoy, the way he's all like, dark and brooding and like always one step ahead, Like Sylvester McCoy in his last two series, he really reminds me of that, and I really like that. I like the kind of dark direction the Doctor's going. I mean, I'd really like the Doctor to be like, much more dark and mysterious, but revealing more and like marrying River Song, it just ruined it. I mean, the wedding of River Song, marrying River Song was the worst thing ever. I mean, the Doctor does not get married. But anyway, so the main plot, as I said, the snowmen being created from people's, people's emotions and things like that, being defeated by the crying was absolutely stupid, and yeah, Richard E. Grant was not terribly good as a villain, even though we could have been so much better. And yeah, so what do I think? Overall, what I get this out of 10? Well, for the opening titles, the interior of the TARDIS and the new designs, put that together with some of the good elements of the story, and I'd say 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10 because the villain's really bad, Richard E. Grant was awful villain, we could have been so much better, and just a lack of development of characters, and stupid sexual jokes and innuendos and stuff that really doesn't belong to Doctor Who, in my opinion. And I think it is time for Stephen Moffat to bow out. After I think he should bow out even before the 50th anniversary, because I really don't want him to mess it up. I mean, this doesn't look good for the 50th anniversary. We were promised a great Dalek special, Asylum of the Daleks, and it absolutely sucked. It was awful. I hated Asylum of the Daleks. I mean, first glance it was good, but then when I saw the episode and I watched it again and stuff, I was just like, this is really crap, because it was. The whole souffle thing and her fighting off Daleks was complete crap. I hated that. So this doesn't look terribly good for the 50th anniversary, and if I was have to ask Stephen Moffat something, I'd say, wise up. I mean, these episodes recently you've been giving, the last 6, 7, something like that, have been really, really mediocre. I mean, probably worse than mediocre. They were really bad. You need to really set an example, and if you want the 50th anniversary to go well, you need to sit down and work with your producers and stuff a bit more, and you need to really leave Sherlock. You need to suspend Sherlock for a while. Either go on as producer of Sherlock, or stay as Doctor Who producer, because it seems like you're more of a Sherlock fan, because you said you like Sherlock more than the Doctor. So, if it's really like that, then it's time you gave the producership to Mark Gatiss, because he looks quite good. And, it's time for change, and I'd say by the 50th anniversary, I hope it's going to be good. I hope they bring back the old Doctors, like as many as they can. I know Christopher Eccleston doesn't really want to do it. Paul McGann, certainly, I think they should bring him back. He only had a TV movie. Tom Baker, Peter Davison, Colin Baker, Sylvester McCoy, and David Tennant, Matt Smith. If you can't get the ninth, just say he was trapped in a time bubble like the 5 Doctors. But I hope the 50th anniversary does deliver, and if it doesn't, I will be sincerely displeased, and I will be very angry with Mr. Moffat, even though he probably can't hear me, or probably doesn't know who I am, and I just don't want him to cock it up. So overall 4 out of 10. Not a very good story, but you know, I'm hoping for better results during the next half of series 7. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.